Howdy there, folks. Kirk and Jason here with another little tip of the day. This is the air conditioning unit that used to be here. Fella took it out, and we're here to put it back together. It's funny, we just left a job, and I broke it out using a hammer like this. My son Dan, I told him, go get me the tools to break this out, and he brings me the hammer. And I said, boy, I can't break this out. He says, how come? And I said, well, the last job we did was solid backing, redwood backing. This right here has a gypsum board backing as an insulation. You have this insulation board here over studs, then you have the stucco here, which makes a really good insulation on the house. But if I were to use muscle instead of strength, I would just destroy this. I would push this stucco into this sheetrock, and the sheetrock's okay for insulation, but it's very soft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this mask on because I don't want to inhale any more of this dust. I already broke out the perimeter here. What we want to do is break out. I'll show you guys how I break it out. And if you start from here an inch away from the actual crack, then it's not going to break out well. But if you start a ½ inch right here and you just keep going ½ inch at a time, it breaks out really well. Let me throw this mask on. And yeah, the bulldog is going to make a lot of noise, but just for the sake of showing you folks, because I have had a fella call me and say, how do you do it? I'll show you. We get this guy on, and basically what we want to do is stay about a ½ inch. Okay guys, now the object of this is not to destroy the paper. If we destroy our paper, then it's going to leak. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our new 2 layers of paper and lift this up and go underneath here. When we get to that stage, we'll show you how to do that. And here's another tip, guys. Obviously, there's going to be some nails. Just grab these guys right here, furry nails. And by the way, they don't use this backing anymore. Not since 1950 or 60. I would say Google it if it raises your curiosity, but it's not real important. Anyway, after I pull back all of this, you just take a hammer, pull it back. Our new paper goes on this with a bead of caulking here and underneath this. When I get to that stage, we'll show you that next. Okay guys, we're at the stage now where 2-ply paper. What I do is I put my knife against this here and use it as a guide. It gives me a straighter line down. And then we climb back up this ladder. And we're going to put this paper over this. We want to overlap the vertical sides as best as possible. Sometimes I'll put caulking prior. Sometimes I'll have the caulking on here, but if you do that, if you're using the same caulking I am, which is a polyurethane, man, it gets all over you. It's a real drag to get that stuff off. Almost need gasoline. A lot of times I will use that. But anyway, I'll caulk it afterwards. Now what we want to do is, see, this paper got to tuck under here, and it's often easier just to cut it right here. Pull that off there. And what we're going to do is lift this. We're going to lift this paper up. Okay, see, our new paper got to go under this existing paper and over this. So what I'll tend to do is put it here best I can and fish this underneath as best I can also. A little bit at a time, guys, a little bit at a time. Fish it up as high as you can, high as you can. You might say, well, I got a huge eave, what's it matter? Sometimes you get the wind with driving storms, and it does matter. It can go up under there. Next, we tuck it there, and then we tack this back down. The last thing we'll do is put this wire right back. I'll just use the side of my hammer tacker. And once we got this, I'm going to cut a little piece of wire and tie it in. The most important thing with the wire is it's all got to overlap. If it doesn't overlap, then it will perimeter crack. Meaning, once the stucco's on here, it's more likely to perimeter crack. Okay guys, next thing I'm going to do is bring this wire up here. And what we want to do is we want to take this wire and crisscross it with the existing wire, just like that. Otherwise you get a perimeter crack. You're more than likely to get a perimeter crack. Even if you do this, you can still get a perimeter crack. And we're actually, with this particular wire, there is a right way and a wrong way to hang wire, believe it or not. And we're putting this with the self-furred side, meaning it's dimpled so that when we put our stucco, it embeds in this. What I'm going to do next is just cut this out here, cut it out here, put more staples, and there's a stud here and a stud here. I'm going to put some nails into the stud every 6 inches. We're going to caulk these vertical sides right here in case we get a wind-driven rain, and be done with it. Anyhow, pretty simple, but the thing I wanted to impress most upon you folks is when you have that sheetrock, you better use electric or air tools to break it out, otherwise you do more damage than good. Anyhow guys, my name is Kirk. I'm with Kirk Giordano Plastering. As usual, we'll see you guys on the next one.